Hey, ninth graders. Okay, we're gonna finish going over this dog example. So the first thing that I need to do when I am finding standard deviation is to figure out what the average is. So I'm gonna find the average, which we call X bar. And I'm gonna add up all of these dog heights. So I know that we've got 600 plus 470 plus 170 plus 430 plus 300. And there were 5 dogs, so I'm dividing by 5. The sum of all those dogs is 1,970 divided by 5, and that is 394 millimeters. You're okay. All right, so we've got 394 millimeters is our average. That's the average height of these dogs. So now I've got to find the difference between each dog and the average. This is the part where there's that whole table. I don't think that I need the table, so I'm just going to start writing the stuff out. I know that the first dog was 600 millimeters, and I'm going to subtract off the average, which was 394. I'm going to do that for all of them. I'm just going to list them down here. So then I had 470 minus 394. I had 170 minus 394. I had 430 minus 394. And then I had 300 minus 394. Okay. Then, what did I do next? Okay, so now I'm actually going to subtract these. 600 minus 394 is 206. I don't know why I put parentheses around it. That'll be the next step though. 470 minus 394 is 76. 170 minus 394 gives me negative 224. 430 minus 394 is 36. 300 minus 394 is negative 94. Okay, so I've got all these differences. Now I'm going to square the differences before I can add them together. So I'm going to square each of these on my calculator. Okay. When I square those, what does it look like? Okay, 206 squared is 42,436. 76 squared is 5,776. The next one squared is 50,176. Then I have 36 squared is 1,296. And negative 94 squared is 8,836. All right, I want the average of these squares. So when I add them all up, I get 108,520. Okay, now I've got to divide by the number of dogs that there were. So I'm going to divide by 5 dogs, and I get 21,704. Okay, my last step is to take the square root of that. 21,704 square root is approximately 147, and then I'm going to round to the nearest hundredth, and I get 0.32. So my sigma, standard deviation, is approximately 147.32. So I've now got my standard deviation here. This can tell me how spread out the data is. So the dog heights on average are about that far from the average on average. Now, that's a pretty big number. I want you to think about why that's a big number. What do we notice about the sizes of dogs? Okay, and then in today's response down below, underneath this, I ask you whether you think dogs or cats would have the higher standard deviation. So I want you to think about dog sizes, and I want you in your mind to think about how cat sizes are different compared to other cats. And would cats have a number like this? Would cats have a bigger number? Would cats have a smaller number? I want you to elaborate on that in today's response. All right, thanks ninth graders. Talk to you soon.